Hello, hello. Old Dad here, and I'm getting ready to watch SmackDown. Now, Fraxium takes on Street Profits, and Old Dad's all in. And they have the qualifying matches. I want LA Knight to win. Now, Aleister Black, he does some cool flippy-do stuff, and he sits down really well and all that stuff. Nah. LA Knight's been in a ladder match. He was fun. Let's put him back in. And my prediction, my hot take, Zelina Vega. I think she's going to take the ladder match. I don't know how it's all going to go. I got a feeling it's going to be Julia and Charlotte Flair. I got a whole wall of her. Why couldn't I think of her name? I think Julia and Charlotte Flair is going to be like this, and Zelina Vega is going to take the pin. And she's going to make it to the ladder match, and she's going to make the ladder match that much funner. All right, so let's get to this. It starts out with Damian Priest coming out, and he's walking, and then all of a sudden him and Drew McIntyre are laying hands on each other. People are trying to break them up. They still fighting. Tiffany Stratton comes out to the ring. She's like, I don't care who gets money in the bank. You better not cash in on me because, she thinks she's that great. It doesn't matter. Whoever cashes in, there's been so few people that failed to cash in. I think the first one ever was John Cena. Outside of that, moving on, Alexa Bliss comes out. Old Dad smiles. He gets pretty excited. Then Charlotte comes out. She's got a match coming up. So it's the qualifying match. Anyway, so Tiffany Stratton uses the line, "You two are vintage." Vintage! Charlotte Flair! She might be vintage, but she's still amazing. And I'm guessing the Wyatt 6 is just gone. I don't know. I'm waiting to hear something with the Wyatt 6. They just disappeared. Wonder what they're going to do with them. Because I'm starting to have my doubts that Alexa Bliss is any parts of the Wyatt 6 anymore. Anyway, moving on. A little bit of a rabbit trail. A little bit of a slow start. We're moving on. It's the three-way dance. Julia's in-ring debut. It looks really good for her, but I think she's going to lose. I'm sticking with the fact that I think it's Alexa Bliss. All right, moving on. Julia's debut match, and she won it. It was the qualifying match. I thought Zelina Vega was going to take it. I really believed that. And I believed that over my queen, Charlotte Flair. I thought somehow it was going to be between Julia and Charlotte, and Zelina Vega was going to take the win. I was wrong. Julia's going into the Money in the Bank match. Don't get me wrong. That should be good. I've yet to see what everybody's pulling for with the Julia thing. Like how great and whatever. I'm not seeing it yet. Don't get me wrong. I'm anxious to see it. But I don't know. I can't feel the hype yet. I can't. Maybe if I followed her through all these other promotions. Yeah, Old Dad was in the hospital again. Maybe if I followed her through all this other promotion and all this other stuff, maybe I would get the hype. Zelina Vega did not win. Charlotte Flair did not win. Julia won. Was the match good? The match was fantastic. All right, moving on. Ciampa versus Sabin. And who came out to help Ciampa? Oh my God. I was so happy. And here's the thing. I wouldn't have accepted Sabin winning. I would have been upset. I've watched Ciampa take out a whole tag team. Johnny Gargano was out there. and so was Saban's partner. But the thing was, the mystery. Candice LeRae grabbed a hold of Saban's head and did the whatever with the ropes. And then Ciampa nailed him. 1, 2, 3. So, Candice LeRae has a purpose. Now, on the game, she's amazing. She's super tough. And I'm glad that she's got a purpose in here because she's so good. She needs to be in WWE forever. Maybe not forever. Eventually, she'd become like Mae Young or Moolah. We don't need that again. That was an Attitude Era thing that we could have done without. Anyway, we're moving on. Oh, Dad's happy. Look at me. Oh, Dad's happy. Okay, moving on. B-Fab actually got a pin. She pinned somebody. That makes old Dad happy. I think that she's underutilized. She speaks so well. Don't get me wrong. I don't think she's at the level of like Chelsea Green, Zelina Vega, stuff like that. But she's getting there. She's getting there. And on the mic, she's passed them up. Well, maybe not Chelsea Green. Chelsea Green's so much fun. There are a few that's on that level. Anyway, I thought it was great. B-Fab got her moment. Because right now, she's in a tag team with Chelsea Green. She's going up against Secret Service all the time. That's not a good sign for your career. If every match that you have is against the same people, that may not be a good sign. So the fact that she got a win, that makes old Dad smile. That means that they have a little bit of faith in her. Hopefully, things progress, things grow, and things get better and better and gooder and gooder and gooder and gooder and better. But hey, we're moving on. JC Mateo and Jacob Fatu, they teamed up, but it started out prior to the match that he was just like, you know what? I don't like you. You're not family. I don't trust you. Jacob Fatu said that to JC Mateo. And then he stopped Solo from saying that, you know what I mean thing that he says like he does. He was like, you don't do it right. So the whole thing was he wanted to get Jimmy into his group, but it was him, those two versus Rey Fenix and Jimmy Uso. And the match turned out to be really good. Jimmy, of course, took the 1, 2, 3. Jason Mateo was the one that went ahead and got the pin. It was really, really a good match. I was surprised on how well it went. And there was a move there. It was called Uso in the Wind, where he did like almost a corkscrew. That was fun to watch. All right, we're moving on. LA Knight versus Aleister Black versus Shinsuke Nakamura. Now, this is the first match to where, at least for a long time, to where there was going to be a punchy, and old Dad wanted to see it all. It was Aleister Black and Shinsuke Nakamura doing the punchy, and old Dad wanted to see it all. Now, it ended with Black Mass. He got Black Mask on Shinsuke Nakamura, and LA Knight ran in, threw him out of the ring, got the pin. 1, 2, 3, LA Knight wins. He's going on to Money in the Bank. That's what old Dad predicted. That's what old Dad wanted. And I want LA Knight to win it. Unless Karrion Kross is in there. And I want Karrion Kross to win it. But that was a really, really good match. And the punchy, now there was a point where I thought Aleister Black might have got hurt. But I watched that whole touching the other guy's hands thing. You know, the kind of like tell them how they're feeling or whatever. And I seen that, and then I seen him do it with the ref. So, and he kept going. So, you know it was all good. It was a fun match. It's worth a watch. It's worth a watch. After old Dad's video, you might want to check that one out. That was fun. Though the Street Profits are coming, so if you're going to watch one, I'll tell you which one. All right, moving on. The main event was the Street Profits versus Fraxium. And I'm telling you, if the match was good, the match was great. It was all over the place. I thought Fraxium had it. I thought Street Profits had it. I seen a spine buster that made me hurt in my chair. It was so good. It was so good. And just the speed, the athleticism between all the teams. But that wasn't what got you with the match. See, in the midst of the match, what ends up happening is DIY comes out with Candice LeRae, and they go to interfere with the match. It looks like they're going to go and just break up the match. And then Motor City Machine Guns comes out, and they start fighting with DIY, and it's punchy, 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 punchy. Then the lights go out, and old dad lost it. The Wyatt 6. The Wyatt 6 came out and wiped the floor with everybody. Beautiful. Beautiful. And they did the regular Sister Abigail, unlike Alexa Bliss's DDT Sister Abigail. Now's the question. Is she joining them? I mean, I think I started at this thing saying, I give up on the Wyatt 6. I don't even know. Maybe they've moved on. Maybe they're going fishing. I don't know what's going on with them, but I give up on the idea of Alexa Bliss being with the Wyatt 6. Old dad gives up on the idea of the Wyatt 6 ever showing up again. And here they are, making old dad just eat crow. And man, does crow taste good. All right, what did you think? Before I go into that, let me go over my notes. Drew and Damian Priest fighting a lot. Both, there was 2 times where they had the big fight thing. That was wonderful. They called Alexa Bliss and Charlotte Flair vintage. Makes old dad old, but we already knew that. Let's see here. Alba Fire's hair. Alba Fire's hair was the best hair of the night. That's an old dad opinion. That's an old dad opinion. But I loved Alba Fire's hair. And then outside of that, Uso in the Wind. I like that. And the fact that, now, has it been named that before? Yes, but old dad's never wrote it down. I wrote it down today. See? It's written down here. Now, and R-Truth saying, Cena, you're not going to take my joy. That made me happy. I like that. I think that more people should say that. You're not taking my joy. And one last thing I would like to point out, and I would like to say this with an old dad's heart. That point where Naomi, I like Naomi. I like her new gear setup. But the razor blade thing is irresponsible. There are kids out there watching this. I watched it with my dad. You imagine if I walked around and put razor blades in my hair? Now, I know I don't have enough hair. But if I put razor blades in my hair as a young man because I wanted to be cool like Naomi? I mean, it's irresponsible. That's an old dad's opinion. I'm saying, I get it. You want to look cool and stuff like that. There's other ways to do it. There are kids out there. There are kids out there that's watching this, that's looking up to you. I mean, you're amazing, but that, not so much. And the damnedest thing is you have kids. Okay. Now, that's an old dad rant. I'm not taking it back. I'm not editing it. Naomi's great. But that part there needs to stop. Old dad opinion. Like, share, subscribe. Share it with a friend. Share it with a coworker. Share it with Naomi. She needs to hear the message. And I will see you next time. Later.